Congratulations.
What you doing?
Boss move. Boss move.
What you refuse to do?
Refuse to lose. Refuse to lose. I'm just trying to win. Win. Win.
Grant, when you talk about these two teams tonight, I think it's fair to expect a barrage of three-point shooting.
Oh, for sure, B.A. That's the usual game plan from both sides. It's going to be raining threes here tonight. And if they're falling, it's going to be a high-scoring affair.
Looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Conley in at the 1 spot. Smith no good. Pass to Conley. The 3. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle.
Just a veteran play by Conley there, giving the D no time to react off the catch.
And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Minnesota with the ball. Randle with it. Van Vliet covering. Here's Edwards. Got a hand on it. Van Vliet right side. And the 3 off target. The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Thompson with a steal. For 3, Smith sinks the tray.
Yeah, looking so comfortable out there on the perimeter. Smith has really invested in getting this shot dialed in.
Stan, a late first-round pick in 2020. Jaden McDaniels, one of the top young two-way players in the league.
Well, Brian, last season he was rewarded with a big money extension. His play tailed off just a bit, but still a key player for them moving forward.
And KD getting to his spot there. He thrives in the mid-range.
And the call will be against Fred Van Vliet. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And just around a minute and a half into this first quarter. Conley looking for an opening from 8 feet away.
Well, you could see how Şengün read that play and was where he needed to be to get the block.
Randle, good.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Here's Durant. Randle pulls down the board.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
They grab their own miss. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, look, just the sheer size of Gobert is a problem in that.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Now here's Edwards. Last game for him, he picked up 10. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
Well, look, Edwards plays with a lot of confidence, which makes him deadly off the catch.
The kick to Durant. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run from 12 feet. Smith with the rebound. Houston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. And the shot's good. Durant's got 7.
Just an aggressive inside play from Durant, pushing past the contact to get a shot.
And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet. Here's Van Vliet following the score by Minnesota. Şengün, no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Pass to Gobert. Smith against Randle. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Edwards. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Fresh off a win against the Warriors.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure D, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Brian, Anthony Edwards, his disposition is right in the locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach, always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Here's DiVincenzo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. And Grant, the success of teams like the Timberwolves showing that size still matters.
Yeah, in this pace and space era, that may have come into question just a bit, but size and skill combined has always been your best bet at winning.
Lets the three fly. Dillingham with a rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Fires the three. And DiVincenzo with a basket on the assist from Dillingham.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Thompson finds Easton. Soft touch off the glass.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. Last time they met was in Minneapolis, where they beat the Timberwolves.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Reed for three. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Van Vliet. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 3 assists in the game. A chance at a 2 for 1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
DiVincenzo against Thompson. Pass to Ingles. Fades. Randall can't hit.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Thompson. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
For three, Randall. The long distance three is buried. Randall's got 5 now. Van Vliet on the wing. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. 1 second left. It doesn't go for him. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. The Rockets on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back with you shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
We've got Clint Capella, Thompson out there with Fred Van Vliet. Then it's Tari Eason, and it's Finney Smith in at the 3. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Connects from downtown. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Edwards against Thompson. Pass to DiVincenzo. Here's Sensabaugh, covered by Smith. Outside Reed, 6 on the shot clock. Off target with the 3. Houston has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. Here's Thompson, out of bounds. It'll be Timberwolves ball. Let's have a look at the teams who have been shooting the ball the most consistently these past 10 games. The Rockets, number 1.
Well, their offensive efficiency was really impressive during the last month. They're looking to carry that momentum into this one.
And Houston making a change here. Durant's checked in. Here's Edwards. It's It's on target from the high post. Edwards got 6.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Grant, there's a huge difference between talent on paper versus winning.
You're right, B.A., and it comes down to coaching, chemistry, and sacrifice. But I think the biggest thing is effort. All things being equal, the team that plays the hardest is going to win.
Anthony Edwards reins one in.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Out of bounds, the Timberwolves will take it. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. You look at Houston, they have looked in control all season long. Aren't showing any signs of taking their foot off the gas anytime soon. And of course the Timberwolves, quite a bit of space between these two.
I think for Houston, I think they're the team you dread having to play. I mean, they've been performing at just about their best in every game so far this season.
Well, if you're able to strike fear into your opponent before even stepping on the floor, you're doing something right.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Edwards. Launches a 3. The shot, no good. The Rockets trail. Thompson passes to Capella. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And the Rockets making a change here. Şengün's checked in. And Minnesota with possession here. Conley on the attack. Now Edwards. Outside Conley. It's rebounded by Şengün. And so Şengün will bring it up for Houston. They trail by 1. Well, when this game is over and done with, they'll be off to Utah to take on the Jazz. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And Minnesota with some changes. Julius Randle comes in for Reed. And McDaniels is subbed in for Conley. The Timberwolves have gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo with it. Guarded by Smith. Tipped. On the wing, Durant. McDaniels covering. Here's Şengün. Minnesota with a rebound. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. DiVincenzo against Van Vliet. Now here's DiVincenzo. The D's right on him. That one goes in. Edwards has got 11 points. Oh, man, this has been an absolute battle in the first half.
Each team trying to establish itself. The lead just keeps going back and forth.
And Şengün gets it to go.
You love to see Şengün's confidence continue to grow. Just fantastic work off the catch.
Thompson against Edwards. It's wide right, hits off the rim. Houston has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Şengün's aggressive style is what gets him here.
Houston shooting their first foul shots of the night. And he knocks down the first one. Houston making some changes. Adams checked in for Smith. And Eason subbed in for Kevin Durant. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Clark's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 4. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Houston leading by 4. To the paint. Here's Adams. Ooh, he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Jaden McDaniels picks one up.
Some consider Adams to be the strongest player in the league. He never backs down from a physical challenge.
Finney Smith checked in for Alperen Şengün.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter. Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
That one goes. Count it. He's got 6.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
Randall against Eason. Randall's got room. Adams grabs the miss. The Rockets have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall in the second.
Wow, that type of finish is just deflating right now for a team that's trying to make a comeback.
Ouch. That's certainly a big-time finish right there. It was one big exclamation point, or maybe even a question mark. Here's McDaniels.
That's 2 fouls in as many quarters. He may have to adjust his approach now.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Free throw good, McDaniels.
And you think back to when McDaniels was drafted. Everyone talked about his potential. Now they're talking about his consistency as a contributor, especially at the defense. Oh! Wow!
That's unreal. I mean, Thompson, that boy's going to hit his head on the rim one day. Oh.
DiVincenzo, pass to McDaniels. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. McDaniels got 4 points now in the quarter.
And off the jump, they were effective from deep. I don't know why they haven't continued to fire from out there.
Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 5. For 3, Randall. Eason pulls it in. Van Vliet scanning the floor. Misses the 3. With 1 on the clock. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Houston leading by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
Welcome in for halftime. And what's on tap, you ask? I can answer that. So far, it's been a nice outing for the Houston Rockets.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
Let's shift gears now and see how things are stacking up in the Western Conference.
Taking a look at Houston. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right. 2 + 2 is 5.
And as much as it pains me, I have to agree with Big Fella.
Appreciate you joining us. It's been our distinct pleasure, and I mean that. Let's now take you back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
All right, let's get an update on Mike Conley. What do you have there, Allie?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves provided some information. Unfortunately, it doesn't sound good at all. He's likely going to be out for a while, but undeterred, already back in action and pushing through. Guys?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Always on top of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. Even with the advancements in strength training, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
On the court for Minnesota, Conley and Ant are the 1 and the 2. Julius Randle out there with McDaniels. And it's Gobert in at the center position. Here's Edwards. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Edwards got 13 now.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
And Stan, while Edwards has pushed back, it hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
Randall finds Edwards. Clock at 6. Thompson pulls it in. Thompson's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Şengün passes to Durant. Şengün a screen on Gobert. Durant's shot is off.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Edwards can't hit.
And with that miss, they're just 1 for 4 to start the third quarter.
Şengün with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And stolen by Edwards. Puts one up from 19. Again, the miss by Edwards.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Smith. These point guards have been great over the past month passing the ball. Fred VanVleet on top.
The way he's getting his guys going and working the ball around the floor, how could you ask for anything more? He's making a concerted effort to be as great of a teammate as he can be.
Capella, he's checked in for the Rockets. Here's Conley. There's the drive. The kick out to Edwards. Knocks it down from distance. Edwards has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's taking what he can get here, has a 3 in each half.
McDaniels against Durant. Over McDaniels. Durant's shot is off. Timberwolves trail by 7. Outside Edwards. Fires it. And it's good. Off the back rim and in. Edwards got 18.
Well, it might not be fair, but most nights we expect Edwards to put up big scoring numbers. That's what you ask of your star.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Let's go with a 3. Oh, a deep 3 from Anthony Edwards. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are. Yeah, great communication and timing, setting Capella up for a big jam.
Timberwolves trail by 9. Randall outside. This one for 3. No good on the shot. The Rockets have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Here's Durant. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Courageous play inside by Durant. Just absorbing the foul and still putting up the shot.
Houston making some changes. Steven Adams checked in for Smith. Finney Smith comes in for Fred VanVleet. And Tari Eason subbed in for Thompson. And the Timberwolves also making a change. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for McDaniels.
In the third, 2 minutes.
1:56 left in the third quarter here. 5 to shoot. And here's Edwards outside. Adams grabs the miss.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Durant. There's the 3. The Rockets with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 10. Conley passes to Randall. Capella with a block.
An emphatic block by Capella, using his size and strength to shut the offense down.
For 3, Durant. Good. He's been great in this one. 9 for 15 after that shot. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for Houston.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
Well, another major factor in the offensive performance was the fast break. Converting on those chances when they get them tonight. Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And Houston making a change here. VanVleet's checked in. .56 seconds left in the third. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shot to stop the run. Nails it from 3. DiVincenzo's got 7 points in the game.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. Houston shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
No doubt Kevin Durant is the best scoring forward of his generation, maybe of all time. I mean, KD can do anything offensively.
And there's the call on Tari Eason. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Clark outside. Ingles finds Reed. Here's Randall. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
And over the years, Randall has stepped up his role, an assertive scorer and a natural leader.
Randall, 2 shots.
And Randall drops them both. The Rockets lead by 13. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. A strong finish from KD inside.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Randall against Eason. Takes the 3. The Rockets pull it in. For 3, Durant. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Houston Rockets up 15 points as this quarter concludes. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the 4th quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fred VanVleet out there with Thompson. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Alperen Sengun. And it's Eason in at the 4. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Sengun set it up with a fake, but it's offline. Timberwolves trail by 12. Outside Edwards. 4-3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
When this guy starts hitting threes, watch out. He's just pouring it on this half.
Here's Sengun. Second shot opportunity. And another shot. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Pass to Edwards. Edwards with some muscle.
They've been aggressive during this run, but they've also played under control.
Yeah, you know, I like how they're not relying on just one guy to get it done. They're sharing the ball and keeping the defense guessing.
The ball's knocked loose. Thompson with a steal. On up the court. The offensive rebound. And Sengun gets it to go.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. VanVleet against DiVincenzo. Over VanVleet. The Rockets pull it in. Sengun's got 8 rebounds in the game. Thompson attacking. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, you see Thompson's explosion there. I mean, just an insanely quick first step. All the defender can do is bump him.
Here's Edwards. Edwards, no problem with the contact.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Finney-Smith passes to Thompson. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Houston. Sengun's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And it's Thompson that time on the assist by Sengun. Şengün's got 6 assists in the game. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Smith, he's checked in for Finney Smith. And the Timberwolves will go for a different look here. Rudy Gobert's checked in for Reed. Randall comes in for Sensabaugh. McDaniels is checked in for Ingles. And Mike Conley is subbed in for DiVincenzo. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart, show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Thanks for that, Allie.
Well, they needed that board. They've had a hard time on the glass, but they still have a shot here.
Pass to Edwards. Oh! Edwards packs it home!
Well, once Edwards saw his opening, it was game over. He delights in sticking it to you like this. Well, give credit to the defense for cutting him off. Normally, that'd be easy points for him at the rim.
And they pick up 2. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And here's Edwards outside. Up again. It's rebounded by Şengün. Houston leading by 13. For 3, Smith. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the middle. Here's Gobert. Gobert not bothered by the D.
Well, the strength of Gobert allows him to finish through contact better than most guys.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of 12 shot attempts to go so far in the fourth quarter.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied. Timberwolves trail by 13. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A minute 58 left in the game. Nice D from Thompson. And so Şengün will bring it up for the Rockets. 3-pointer, Van Vliet. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 8 assists in the game.
Ooh, shaking them out of their shoes. Van Vliet with the moves.
Conley passes to Randall. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Houston with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Rockets.
When you look at their assist totals, you can see why it was easier for them to score. The ball was really popping tonight.
And good things seem to happen when you're patient and willing to make the next pass. Their offense has flowed really well.
And you have to like how they've played this year. 55 wins in total.
And once this game is all said and done, they'll have a healthy 2-0 lead in this season series.
And what a huge performance it was for Alperen Şengün.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
And it's Houston's ball. It's a 13-point game. And he gets that one.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Thompson outside. Shoots over Randall. And there's Thompson on the assist by Şengün. And the Rockets lead by 17. For 3, Conley. It's hauled in by Houston. Van Vliet left side. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It goes on Mike Conley.
Just an active score. Defenses know when Van Vliet is looking to capitalize, forcing them to compromise sometimes.
Both free throws good from Van Vliet. 12 seconds left in the final quarter. Got a piece of it. Back comes Houston in transition. Here's Şengün. And he lays it in on the break.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And The same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Alperen Şengün.